Hello out there. My name is Mecca, and I am sitting at Lake Michigan. If you hear the water or people behind me, I wonder if I was just coming with the microphone. And this is my channel called Trans.parent, because I am one. See the baby seat? Okay. And I was just talking to someone very dear to me yesterday, or 2 days ago, and I was telling them about this channel and why I wanted to start it. Which I've been talking to people, a lot of people around me, close to me, and just feeling it out. I'm the type, I always like bounce things off of other people because I think I grew up very in a household with like 2 Capricorn parents, so everything was like very strict, very rigid, you know what I'm saying, like structure, order. And I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying, just a certain type of discipline. And as a growing person, I don't even like to call myself an adult. Maybe that's what this video should be about, adulting. I'm 27, right? 27 revolutions, and I'm just like learning so much every day. I take in so much information, and I think I struggle processing it sometimes because I'm in a physical body with a spirit that my mind is becoming conscious of. Like every day we're becoming more awakened. And I'm like, wait a second. So there's this thing that in English we call the matrix. And then there's like not being in the matrix, or like being in the present, being with your breath, being present. And it's like being in the present and then just having an awareness means that you then have an awareness of like your blood and your mental health inheritance, I'll say. And I literally can feel, like when I start to think about my ancestors, like I live on the Great Lakes, right? And this is a place where they would walk these waters, like they would exist with these large bodies of water and grow a whole life, build a whole life on these waters. And now we live in a day and age where our connections are strained, our beliefs are contorted, our breath is obscured. There's just like all these things that every single moment are present. And at 27, I'm learning. And I even tell my parents, like, I don't even believe in being an adult. I don't think that's like a thing that I'm going to ever be. I say I'm a growing person because I'm just like, when is it ever you're there? Like, And so as I grow and I'm learning about finances and race and sex and breath work, nourishment, movement, linguistics, as I learn people's stories and I feel people's pain. I'm grateful I have a lot of planets in my 5th house, because that just lends to my playfulness, my childlike nature, my creativity. And I just always want to play. And I think play can be work, and I think play can be learning. And I don't want to ever lose that knowledge of myself, that my youth is me, like I am my fountain of youth. My mind, my practices. How you see yourself. And what I've been breaking down is like being a Black woman in the world, and like how does that affect me? Like how does that, but that's what I'm labeled as, right? Or I'm labeled as a woman, I'm labeled as a mother, I'm labeled as a mentally challenged person, I'm labeled as a fanatic. I could be labeled as a lot of things. I'm a car driver. You see this? I'm in this Subaru. And I'm just seeing myself and learning how to share myself with those around me, with the world. How do I show up as authentically as possible? How do I, connect but detach? Like it's, and even from labels, because I feel like the negative stereotypes about being a Black woman affect me just as heavily as or like the positive stereotypes, or the benefits, or like, I just feel like as a Black person who's not actually Black, if that makes sense, I know that Black is not my nationality. I know that Black is not my ethnicity. Black is my culture. But that means I have a dead culture, a void culture, a culture that is just there to be filled. I'm wearing black. Black is like everything, but it's also nothing. And in my physical body, if I'm going to be attached to something because of my physical body, I'd rather it be like what my mind connects to than my epidermis, that turns pink if I squeeze it or if I scratch it. It's very interesting. I said 8 to 10 minutes, so yes, this is Trans.parent, and this is me, Mecca. And I'm just going to be sharing my stream of consciousness. Sometimes I might be sitting by a stream. And I'm just going to be as much of myself as I possibly can to a camera. Maybe sometimes I'll go live. And this is my first video on why I choose to not call myself an adult. I should look up what adult means. You looking like a whole snack.